Nick Rudder, welcome to my garage. What you're looking at is a typical vehicle found on American roadways. This is a 10-year-old family sedan that has about 150,000 miles on it. You know, the fact of the matter is, with new car prices higher than ever, used cars are becoming increasingly popular. Now, just because you buy a used car doesn't mean you have to settle for a used car appearance. In this episode, I'm going to show you how to bring the average daily driver back to life, starting with restoring the headlights, cleaning the engine, restoring the paint, and even polishing the glass. So the first thing I'm going to do, I'm going to fix these dull, faded, discolored headlights. So I'm going to get my hands dirty and get to work. Now the first part of this Nissan that I'm going to restore are the headlights. For about 30 or 40 years now, modern vehicles are equipped with these polycarbonate headlight lenses. Polycarbonate is a fancy term for plastic. You know, classic cars would have glass headlight lenses. The downside of the glass is that they were a safety hazard if they shattered. Plus, you couldn't really get too creative design-wise with the shape. Polycarbonate headlight lenses, you can mold them any which way to really flow with the rest of the body lines on the vehicle. Now, the downside with polycarbonate headlight lenses is you'll notice on anytime you go to a parking lot, you'll see all these modern vehicles that are a couple years old with headlights that are faded and discolored. And what happens is, besides not being visually appealing, these faded, cloudy headlights are actually a safety hazard because they do not provide a clear view of the road ahead. I'm going to show you how to quickly and effortlessly restore these headlight lenses. And the first part of this process is I spend about 30 seconds applying some tape on the surrounding panels just to ensure I don't cause any damage if my buffer runs over. Now, this is not necessary, but for me, it's inexpensive insurance, and like I said, it doesn't take much time at all. You'll notice I didn't tape the hood off, and the reason why is because I popped the hood. That way, I don't have to tape it off there. So this is perfect, and it's set up and ready to go. Now, there's a lot of different headlight restoration products in the market, and truth be told, most of them work pretty well. I tend to avoid the products that are found at the inexpensive bargain bin shops because they don't really work as well as products that are formulated specifically for polycarbonate headlight lenses. So I use dedicated headlight polishes and dedicated headlight protectants. And the reason why is because what's a lot more expensive than a headlight restoration kit is a brand new set of headlights. Even on an Ultima like this, which they produce a couple 100,000 of these a year, a new set of headlight lenses, you're looking at north of $1,000. So for a fraction of that, you can restore the appearance. So I take a specialized headlight polish, and there's a lot of kits available. The one that I like has a backing plate that attaches to any standard drill, and it includes a specialized wool pad, which engages the abrasives in the headlight lens. And when you're doing this, you want to use an ample amount of product, and the reason why is because what we're polishing is essentially dead plastic. So underneath this top layer of oxidation is shiny plastic. So when we remove this, it's very porous. It's going to absorb the polish. So you want the abrasives, you want the cleaners working in conjunction to provide lubrication, so the abrasive action will remove the top layer of oxidation. So I have my drill, and I like to spread it out before I turn it on. And the reason why I do that is because if I have a big glob of polish and I turn the drill on, it's going to sling it everywhere. So I really try hard to avoid that. So spread it out, and then turn your drill on a high speed setting. And you want to apply firm downward pressure, making slow passes back and forth. Now, if your drill kind of pulls you around at first, that's normal. What's happening is that the abrasives in the compound, along with the pad, are fighting the oxidation. Once you remove some of that oxidation, it'll be much easier. So just after doing that small section there, which it only took me a minute or two, you'll see the amazing before and after. Take your microfiber towel and wipe off the polish. This comes off super easy, and you can see right away there's an amazing transformative difference. And not only does this look a lot better, it's much safer too. So I'm going to repeat that process for the top here. Not only did we save the owner of this vehicle well over $1,000, but we also increased the safety. And once we restore the headlight, you want to apply a dedicated headlight protectant afterwards. And what this will do is it coats the headlight in a durable shield of UVA and UVB protection to help slow the aging process so it stays like this for a longer period of time. If you don't apply a protectant, what will happen is this will reoxidize usually within a month or two. So when you apply the protectant, use a liberal amount, and again, use something that's designed specifically for headlights. A regular car wax is not the same as a headlight protectant. And then spread it out, take a microfiber towel, and buff off the excess. So that's part one of the restoration with just a few simple steps, and any standard household drill, you can make the headlights look new again. So I'm going to finish the other headlight. Stay tuned for the next project.